Welcome to Darkest Dungeon, part 20, and we're going to continue with this team, soldiering straight through this mission, all in one go. These are not missions that are meant to be completed all in one go, but this team that I've organized, they're able to do it. Oh, shit. Alright, this is a very deadly group of enemies. They need to die. Quickly. All of them. Alright, that's okay. Guard that one. As long as you're not guarding the one that we're trying to kill. Alright, please. Good. Now we just have to pray that we don't get double critted, and if we do... Okay, Buried Blast, we can deal with that. No, we can't. What the fuck? Double stun. Nice! That was a very fortunate critical hit. Alright, so I'm gonna go for a stun, because we cannot take 2 hits in a row. That's death. And we prevent a lot of damage from going for the stun as opposed to trying to kill. Alright, so the front one has 1 less HP. Straight damage to murder him. And kill again. Alright, now that they're going to be down to 1 Chevalier, it's unlikely that he's going to be able to hurt us. Also, the Flagellant is so heavily resistant to bleed that it's unlikely anything will ever bleed him other than his own attack called Reclaim. Very unlikely. It's 113% bleed resist. We're only on a level of, what, 3 dungeon? Alright, so I'm going to move forward with my Highwayman. Get my Jester back in a position to be able to stress heal a little bit. Start stress healing with my Flagellant. Okay. Jesus.
Injury. Palpable fear.
Well, that's the price I pay for playing with these things. You flare fire and you get burned. But you know what? That's okay. We can actually make it. Hey, look at that! We got a crit heal on the regeneration. The Vestal can still apply her offense and continue to fight. And heal. Alright, so everybody's bleeding right now. And just heal himself for a fat chunk of stress.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
Let's continue. Wait a minute. That's a lot of damage for her to be taking. I'm gonna cure her bleed. 12 damage? That's also a lot to be taking. 6? I'm not comfortable with that either. I'm not comfortable with any of that. Especially starting the next fight and the enemies might go before we do. Nah. No thank you. And there's a Chevalier. We made a good choice. And besides, I mean, if it comes down to it, we will retreat and we'll just take another attempt or another week, another invitation at a later date once this team recovers, and just hold the Crimson Curse on a couple of other characters. It's not worth their lives. And it never will be. Alright, so we need to get rid of this woman because she has an attack called Careless Whispers, which will inflict massive horror and stress damage on our group. And I think that the horror status effect is a debuff? I think it rolls by a debuff. Still never sure about that, because it's... You never... I don't... There's nothing that really tells you. Not entirely. Although I will say that I do want to get that Chevalier dead ASAP, as well as this Cortesian. Cortesian is a fancy way of saying whore. Nice. I was busy bleeding that guy to death, you nerd. He's still gonna die, but it's gonna take a bit longer now. Our Jester is low HP, but he has very high dodge, so I'm very confident that... Okay, he doesn't have... Oh, shit. We're applying the restoration just in case he gets knocked down the death's door. He won't die from a bleed. There we go. Choice cut. That's the high damage bleed attack I mentioned. If we kill... Oh wait, no, his speed is 1. What's our speed on our Highwayman? 7? It's very likely that our Highwayman will go first. So I'm gonna get slightly greedy and try to heal first. You may think, oh, it's a safe choice to heal. No, it's not. He can deal, we've just seen he can deal 17 damage, critical hits, probably more, and apply a bleed, and our Jester got reduced bleed resist just now. But our Highwayman's got it. His speed was high enough. If he rolled like a 0 and the other enemy rolled a perfect 8, see? Yeah. We're definitely using advantage. If we would have healed, there was a very small chance that that other enemy would have had an opportunity to dig into our ass crack, and we don't want that to happen. We don't appreciate ass crack digging around. I should have reduced the Vestal stress. That can also inflict a very large amount of stress and a stun. I'm gonna get greedy and just waste a move here to get a heal. And I believe that we will be able to roll to attack first. This is greedy, but I want my characters to recover. Very, very greedy. That was like, that sounded weird. Well, it didn't sound weird because there was no sound on that attack. Very strange.
Be wary. Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
I know that in this direction there is a key, and we need to find the key first before we can continue. I can't remember where the key is, I just know that it's either up or down. Our Vestal has the highest stress trinkets here, so we're gonna give her the throbbing cocoons. Just look at it, pulsating. Fun fact, when you're using a curio that alleviates stress, it also counts as a stress skill. So normally it's only supposed to heal for 30, but since we have this Ancestor Scroll, it actually increases that. Let's check this one. Chevalier, extremely dangerous. Because something else that makes them crazy dangerous is, you know, the subterranean skewer attack? They've shown that they can attack 2 characters at a time. They get a double 17 crit and apply bleed to both characters, your team's in for a world of hurt. That's a low chance of happening, but when it does, you're going to regret not having bandages and taking him out first. Because then there's that extremely small chance that he will do it again. And over the course of an entire campaign, you bet your sweet ass that it has a good chance of happening. It might not happen in one fight. Definitely won't. The chances are way too low for it to just happen, like, right now. But can it happen? Yes. Will it happen? Yes, if it can happen. That's Murphy's Law, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't believe it, you'll be converted soon. Alright, so I'm gonna go for a stress heal, since this Chevalier is going to be dead to the next character that attacks. 12 bleed damage, and he has 11 HP left, so he's dead officially. And now we're going to use Riposte on rank 2. Excellent work. We're going to apply a fat heal to our Jester, and then a restoration to our Highwayman.
Compassion is a rarity in the fevered pitch of battle.
Or better yet, maybe it'd be a better idea to just hit him. No, we're gonna try and get greedy again and top our HP off. Okay, looks like we made the right choice. Actually,
A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
because he got attacked, this is gonna counteract all of the HP loss. Okay. Not entirely understanding if maybe there's a more in this direction. I'm gonna save those next 5 holy waters for a boss fight of some sort. Maybe another crocodile, maybe the Baren himself. Double Cortesian. That means they're very high priority targets. Oh! High priority targets indeed. Stun. Successful. Be gone. Not. She says foul thing, but translated into this day and age, we know what it is. Gotcha. Alright, now that those characters are dead, these other enemies are relatively low damage. The purpose of these supplicants are actually to just beat you up a little bit and make sure that you take damage when you try to fight. And also you see their stun resistance. They have very high stun resistance as well as protection. So yeah, the function of these enemies is to forcefully infect you with the Crimson Curse. You might think, oh well, they're weaklings. Why would we ever want to? Why would we ever consider these things a threat? Well, the thing is, they're not, since all of our characters are already infected. So that's why they have low damage, because they just want to infect you with the curse. They don't heal. They have very low chance to blight you, and they just use pre-digest to make you vulnerable for other enemies to bleed you. So I guess you can call them a support unit. Yeah, that's exactly what those things are. Support units. He's gonna be left with 1 HP. No! Gamut Vestal!
Mortality clarified in a single strike.
You know, it's kind of annoying that everybody takes a fat chunk of stress every time we take a critical hit, but when we give one, we only alleviate 3 or so. I suppose, though, if you made it that in our favor, well, you would also have to consider the fact that we have so many boosts to our critical hit chances and trinkets and all of that stuff. So, that is fair, since the enemies' crits are a lot more rare than our own. Way more rare. That doesn't make it feel any better when we get cracked with a 30 stress or something from a boss's critical hit. Just going like, hey, I'm gonna fuck up your day. Oh gee, thanks. Really needed that. Hey, look at that!
As victories mount, so too will
Now that was a really good drop. We got some holy water, we got another torch, we got a ruby. We've actually gathered just about enough money to cover the expenses of our consumables we bought for this mission. In sapphires and rubies. can't have this slavering ghoul in our way. And if we try to DPS down the Chevalier, it'll be much less damage than we'd inflict on the slavering ghoul. The slavering ghoul is also able to give random diseases with his howl. Don't ask me how, I don't know. But there is one particular disease that is unique to this enemy called the Worries, which is plus 30% stress all the time while you're infected. The only person who can be infected is the Jester, and we've seen what his Rend and Skull Toss actions may do. So let's get rid of him. Haha, no bleed. Alright, so we're gonna stun the Chevalier. I feel like a French guy when I pronounce it like that. I could be saying Cavalier or Cavalier, but I feel like a French guy when I go like, oh, Chevalier. Right. So, when a character refuses support, you can't actually use you can't cheese it and use a different support skill on them. As you can see, when I select the party heal, he ignores it. So, our best bet is to just attack the Chevalier. And now I'm going to riposte forward. And continue to bleed with the Jester. Ow.
Prodigious size alone does not dissuade the sharpened blade.
That is, yes, it is dangerous that our Flagellant is so low on HP, but that's okay. All of our other characters are so fast that I'm very certain to roll before them, and this thing will have no opportunity to attack. If we kill them early, I'd use a bandage. If we don't kill them early, then that's fine, I'll just heal.
The flesh is knit.
This sharpened letter opener is absolutely magnificent. I haven't had a chance to show off the Grave Robber, but I will soon, and when she uses this trinket, you guys will be amazed at how much damage she deals. She's the lowest HP and highest speed hero in Darkest Dungeon. She's what I would probably call the assassin class, I guess. And she definitely deals the assassin's level of damage. Ho ho boy, yes oh boy she does. You know what? I'm actually gonna get rid of this manservant because I don't want him to guard anyone. And now I'm gonna focus on the Chevalier. I'm not extremely worried about the Flagellant getting low HP. Hey! Cut that shit out. Yeah, I'm gonna finish off the manservant. Oh, the backhand! Now that's a slap so hard that it makes you have PTSD flashbacks to when your mama was beating your ass like that.
Weakened.
I'm glad she got a critical heal on herself because otherwise she would be fucked. Look at her dodge. They dogpiled the shit out of her. Let's respond to that with a dog pile of our own. Both back ranks are now deceased. Confidently. Oh shit, 1 HP. Uh-oh. If that was a critical hit, she could have died.
A dizzying blow to body and brain.
Okay, so since our flagellant is 9 speed and she's 7, our flagellant rolled to have higher speed. So we're gonna apply this so that way she doesn't die from a random spontaneous bleed. Now normally you'd be hasty to use a bandage, but because I know how precious these bandages are, we only have 8 more opportunities. Actually going to just self-heal because we're not in any danger. This dude is dead next turn.
Quickly the tide turns.
Now you see my flagellant is supporting the Vestal with life. So we're nice and patched up. A worry stone. Now that's a really nice thing to just have on you. And it would have been nice to find this earlier, but unfortunately, because we didn't find it much sooner, we might actually not take this. Actually, you know what? I think we can dump 1 shovel. Because I remember correctly, there's not more than 4 more obstructions left. I don't think there is, anyways. So we can actually take this. Which I definitely am going to take. Because this Worry Stone, yes, it's -1 speed, but there are some characters where speed wouldn't matter so much to lose, like the Crusader. And you could put this on them, and that's free stress reduction. Now in this case, I will use the bandage, because since we didn't get an extra turn to heal during that battle, we're going to have not a lot of health. So, instead of just trying to cancel out the bleed with the heal, we're just going to take the extra life because we need it. I see a battle up ahead, and I'm not confident starting the battle with such low HP, so I'm actually going to heal the Vestal. The Flagellant has much higher bleed resist, so I'm not worried about him getting smacked and then bled and then death blowed in that order from the combination. But I am worried for the Vestal. I'm going to burn 1 torch. God damn it! Would you chill out? Alright. This Esquire does not have any particular attacks that are... Actually, no, that's a lie. They have skewering repartee, which will hit your entire party, and then apply a riposte to himself. They also have point-blank shot, I think, or dueling pistol shot. And they have the thirst, which will transform them. I don't think that you've gotten the opportunity to see the transformed version of the Esquires and Courtesians. The Courtesian is significantly more threatening than the Esquire. So I probably shouldn't be killing him, but I don't want him to use skewering repartee, because everybody else is at about 50 to 75% HP. I'm not confident about that. Therefore, he must die. I'm gonna do full party heal.
The wounds of war can be healed, but never hidden.
So, she uses a force guard on this enemy here to boost his protection through the goddamn roof. Thank goodness a fat chunk of our damage is bleed. I should title this video Fat Chunks, because I've said fat chunks so many times in the past hour. Hey, Cartesian.
Compassion is a rarity in the fevered pitch of battle.
Deceased. I will take that blood and run with it. I'm only taking that Warrior Stone because I can actually see us legitimately using that. Right along with the Crusader trinket that we're going to be getting from this dungeon. Yeah. Definitely going to be a frontline support, kind of like these enemies we see here. Well, actually, no. Because these enemies are more of an offensive support, right? Infect your enemies with disease and... Alright. Nobody's crazy anymore. We just got slighted. We're gonna kill this other manservant. Quite frankly, these manservants are pretty high stress dealers. With some kind of low HP, huh? I should probably go back to focusing these guys more. There we go. Focused. Now, something I want to highlight about the Courtesian, Manservant, and Esquire enemies is that when they are at full HP, they're much less likely to use the Thirst. When they're not at full HP, they will use it a good 75-80% of the time. So you can kind of manipulate the enemy's AI to do things that are not the Thirst early on if you don't want to get infected with the Crimson Curse. If you want to reduce the number of Crimson Curse-like attacks. I'm amazed that he just used Infallible Servitude, because they're both going to die. You know what, I'm just going to follow up that stupidity and just take advantage of it right now. Just going to do all of the stress healing, all of the buffing, all of the healing. got rubies, we got blood. Take everything we can and move on. Now you can see we're starting to stack up on the precious items. Like, we've left behind so much loot, but on that same note, if we went back in here again, it would be taking a week every time we went in here. So I want to get it done all in one go, and we wouldn't get the Crusader pauldrons either. We might get something else. Ah, critical. Nice! I had a feeling that if I attacked this one, the damage would go to waste just a little bit. Fascinating. So, we get to see something come into play here, a special situation. Now remember how guarding enemies means that they will take the damage for them. So that she's trying to force this 1 HP enemy to take the damage for her. See, guarded by Cortesian, rank 4 for 2 rounds. But since this effect, this Rain of Sorrows, hits both back enemies, it hits rank 3 and 4, because you can see the dots are connected by an area of effect. We're actually going to hit both of them because, regardless of the guard, because if the person who's guarding is targeted, as well as the person that they're protecting, then it will hit them both. The guard will have no effect. Guard generally only works well on either single targets, or, yeah, mostly it works well against just single targets. And now she has so much bleed that she's just gonna bleed out and die. And there's nobody that can heal her, no enemies. So, give him that smack attack. And since we got a critical hit with the Vestal, it's actually gonna boost our healing. Kill. Go for the kill. Always the best choice. Now the enemies are starting to wind down, so our party's switching over to macro. Our HP and stress and stuff back up.
Pitch of battle.
Son of a bitch! Alright, well, we held off the curse as long as we can. Now we're stretching our supplies a little bit thin, yes. But now we have 4 heroes requiring blood every so often. So we can't afford to go crazy on just chugging it like it's an Estus blast. Could have gone for the heal, but I want to top everyone's HP off. And I also want to get another round of stress heals. Our primary damage dealer gets a lot of critical hits, so it's okay to leave a little bit of junk in the trunk for him. More so than everyone else. Our Vestal is going to take some damage. And I'd like her to be in top fighting condition. So we're going to go ahead and let her get the damage to tick. And then we're going to go for the kill. Now we could do a party heal and heal 1 HP for the Jester. But that amount is irrelevant as of this instance right now. So we're going to go for the kill. Get the stress heal for the kill and some HP. Okay, so we didn't get the stress heal, but that's alright. This looks like a boss fight area. Why does this feel like a boss fight area? I'm gonna leave those cocoons for afterwards. Ooh, large corpse eater. Alright. So, this large corpse eater is very intimidating. He can inflict like 53 damage if he manages to mark you and do insane amounts of DPS to you. But here's the catch. He actually cannot inflict any damage over time. So while the damage is scary, he can never kill somebody in one turn by himself. Which actually makes this fucker a much bigger threat. Because if he hits you, he can roll for Blight. Which will, you know, if you get down the death's door, the Blight can kill you. But no amount of damage will kill a hero as long as they have 1 HP. Unless, you know, they get a heart attack or some shit. But heart attacks are a whole nother thing. So we want to actually kill this little fucker in the back first. He's the big threat here. Alright, so now he's bleeding out. So now we go for the large corpse eater. Something I've neglected to mention is that we give the enemy a speed debuff when we use Open Vein on the Highwayman. I neglected to mention that, and it's not a negligible effect because it makes it more likely that your team is going to be able to go first before the enemy and make them bleed on the next round again, and allow you to stack up more bleed before it can tick. So we literally cannot stun him because his stun resist is 120% and our base is 120%, so it's a 0. The best thing we can do right now is go ahead and just go for a smack attack. See? High damage, but no damage over time or anything. He's gonna deflate your critical hit chance though. Very unfortunate. So this is the enemy's last turn, so we're gonna try and heal up our Highwayman so he's in good fighting condition for the next little wrestling match we're gonna have.
The bigger the beast, the greater the glory.
Jute Tapestry. Fattest amount of gold you will ever see. It's worth even more money than the trapezohedrons. Well, I did take this vial, Witch's Vial for the Plague Doctor, but we have a trinket for 25% HP and then some disease resistance, as well as a herb to increase her blight chance. So I guess that we can afford to take the gold here and leave the Witch's Vial, because that max HP boost to the Plague Doctor makes it harder to do a high damage bleed or blight attack that's a critical hit and then leave her on death's door. With higher max HP, she doesn't run that risk, so I can appreciate the, like, literally making it not possible for her to be one-shotted by some enemies. I really didn't want to get rid of this, though. It's such a nice niche trinket. Too bad. Hey! Well, he resisted the bleed. Alright, the fight just spawned right outside here. Alright, so we got 2 corpse eaters. Big threats, because they can hit damn near any rank and inflict a lot of damage. Gonna kill that one, and the other. Aha, dodged. I tell you, everybody, oh,
Death waits for the slightest lapse in concentration.
What's his speed? 6? Our speed 7, 10, 11, 6. I have an idea. We're gonna increase our speed because I know that this is gonna take another 2 turns to kill that fat bastard. And in the meantime, instead of trying to DPS him, we're actually gonna macro just a little bit. And the reason for that is, this enemy is going to die, and the damage we inflict is not really gonna be a lot. And I don't wanna hit this enemy, I want them to die from the bleed so that there's no corpse. And we've got the ghoul move to the front ranks. Quit trying it, man. It's not gonna work. This ghoul has never used his howl, but I've never given it the opportunity. Five to 8 damage, plus the bleed, which is another 3. So it's really more like 8 to 11 versus 8 to 15. We'll take the 8 to 15. Very much worthwhile. And this is a howling attack.
Festering fear consumes the mind.
So, as you can see, it's dealing stress over time to every character. But now he's got so little HP left that even a gust of wind will knock him over.
Victory. Perhaps a turning point.
We can use this cocoon right about now. You know, I have a feeling that the crocodile is up here in the very middle one, but I think we need a key to get to it. I kind of didn't want to walk over here just in case we didn't need a... Okay. Menacing mists. If we touch this, it will send us to a random tile on the map, so it could send us all the way back here, and we'd have to walk all around this shit. So if you didn't bring enough torches, it is a good idea to unlock those red rooms just to save yourself some pain. But the biggest the biggest saving of pain would be to just use a goddamn torch and prevent being lost in the mist. Damn, we need a... Yeah, we do need a key. Alright, so we can't get to the crocodile yet. Ah, man, we're taking so much stress. All three of our characters hunger for the blood. Our blood supplies have stayed pretty steady, but we've got to be conservative because we've got about 2 more boss fights to do. Look at that, wasting away. If you feed it to them while they're craving it, they can get that damage boost, sometimes some stress relief and whatnot, but we're trying to save as much blood as we can, so we need to really stretch it out here until they're damn near dying, and then they can get it. This direction we cannot continue in. I know for sure. Because this right here to the right, if we continued forward, would be a key. And this pathway to the left up there that we didn't explore did not have a key. We have to go downwards. I remember. Just gonna ignore all these curios, full of riches and gold that we cannot carry. Alright, so our party is a bit hot and stretched, but right now, everybody besides one character is under control, so this is a good opportunity for us to try and heal some stress. What's their stun resist? 70? So we have a 50-50 shot of stunning them? Might as well. It's not like if we did the other attack that they'd kill them anyways. I'm surprised he even got hit. Fortifying garlic at work, ladies and gentlemen.
Compassion is a rarity in the fevered pitch of battle.
Oh, he either dies by our hand or dies by the bleed. And I'd rather it be our hand, because we might get a critical. So what's the highest chance for a critical? Oh, definitely point blank shot. 19% versus 14 on the open vein. Okay, no crit, but we do get some stress resist. Gonna accept that, keep marching onwards. Alright, let's get rid of the sycophant first, because he's fucking annoying. Something feels off right now. I can't help but feel that I forgot something. Oh, to equip this, maybe, but... I mean... dodge and speed versus, you know, crit. That 5% crit has been really helping us. So I'll be equipping it later, but not right now. The other trinket that he gets is accuracy and crit. The locket. I think it's 5% crit, 10% accuracy, and 10% stress. I really hope that she doesn't use Careless Whispers. Better yet, 60% stun. We got a 60% chance to stun this enemy here, right? Or should we just inflict damage? He's got no protection, but he's got ankles that he can break. Right, so this is a transformed version of the Cortesian, and as you can see, she has an annoyingly high amount of dodge, 33. So our hit chance on this very high accuracy hit is only 72%. And you can see our Jester is 48 dodge, so you can kind of see what the enemies have been going up against. And we have upgrades. They don't. I think we're going to go for the Manservant, because if he does Gibbering Entourage, he will guard all enemies. Aha, get your ankles broken, son. Don't you try to slap my Jester. I will have you know, this Jester does some of the biggest and most ambiguous cross-ups you've seen this side of the century. That said, should we go for stress relief? Or should we kill... I think we should kill this manservant because our other two characters can try to bleed the Cortesian. And we don't want them to live. And we'd also like for our Vestal to heal the group and get everybody close to full HP again.
Compassion is a rarity in the fevered pitch of battle.
This enemy doesn't hit particularly hard or deal an increased amount of stress damage. She's actually significantly more dangerous in her first form than she is in her second. The thing that makes her second form weak is the fact that her attacks are just a lot weaker. She gets access to a vomiting blight attack. She can expose the vein on you and use the thirst. But the thing that just makes her annoying is a really high dodge. But she's not particularly threatening. She's about as threatening as the other enemy that we have left alive. The HP pool isn't so impressive either, so I mean, it's not an enemy. It's not an enemy to sneeze at. They will definitely dodge a lot of your attacks. And don't get too frustrated if they do break your ankles. Alright, look. They're doing it to me too, so you know, it happens. Ow! I'm gonna get greedy to try and heal up. I could use Divine Grace and heal them both, or concentrate the life into one or the other. I don't like leaving either character on low life, so I'd like to heal them both equally. Resist the bleed? Yeah, so with the Flagellant, with having high bleed resist, this actually becomes a pretty nice heal. It's obviously not as good as a Vestal's, but he can serve as a healer if you need him to. All you have to do is switch his skills around. And he can stand in any rank and just bleed for the rest of the group. And you can just feed him food or something like that. And that'll upkeep him. I will take that blood, my good sir, and move right on. The map, it does this. It doesn't let me move this around. Alright. Maybe the key is in this direction? I mean, the straight down seems like the right idea. I'm seeming to start remembering that maybe it was on, like, the left side? Oh, no, it's straight down. Alright. Infallible servitude. Enraging slight. Now, I don't want this Chevalier to destroy our faces, but at the same time, the Manservant, it's only a matter of time before they start using the Thirst and transforming on us, and they will inflict heavy damage. So I want to get rid of this premature threat. And now I can hit both the... Because the Manservant is guarding her, but not this guy, the Manservant will protect the Courtesan, but not the Chevalier. Because this attack targets the back row. If the one who's guarding is not hit by the area of effect, their guard will go through. It will be successful, so I'll demonstrate. See? Oh, Jesus. Plus 25% damage for one round. Stun. Please. Please. Thank God. They were getting ready to end us. So, nice. This attack can normally hit only ranks 2 and 3, but because the Manservant is still guarding this Courtesan, we can actually hit him in rank 4 because of that, so we're going to take advantage of this tech and miss our attack. Alright, so we're going to target both back ranks and hit them both, and his guard doesn't work now because we're targeting both him and the person that he's defending. Good tactics. Keep using guard when you're clearly in a position to not guard properly. I could try to stun this guy, but because the stun resist that he gains after being stunned, like all enemies, it's not an optimal move to really try to stun him again multiple times in a row. No! You can die? No, you're not gonna die. Right, so I either choose the damsel to live or the chevalier. I will choose to let the chevalier live in this case, because this character can inflict stress damage, and we are all very high HP, but stress carries between battles very easily. So let's see. This deals 2 to 3 damage, 85% chance to hit, and 80% chance to hit. I'll take the slightly higher chance to hit because she's going to bleed for 4. So no matter what, as long as I get the hit, she will die. So, our Pyroman is going to suffer some significant damage. I'm going to make an attempt to let the Vestal roll first so she can heal, and I'm going to attack the corpse. Am I going to sustain through this? No. No, I'm not. Just gonna heal up. Get rid of that. Same for this guy, gonna go ahead and get rid of that. I mean, this gold doesn't really matter, because I'm about to pick up a key. I love the typo here. Inside, you will find a very useful key. Oh, they fixed the typos. Before, it said you will find a very useful key. The way unlocks when you consider your weakness, not your strength. Yeah, you guys should always be thinking about what's going to kill you, not what you're going to kill. That way you're prepared for the worst. This was the blue key, right? Yeah, the blue key was up there. I think I need the yellow key to go over to the right here to continue. But if my memory serves me. Got a battle that has appeared up ahead. That's good. That's going to let us get in good condition before we fight this next boss. Should I use this damned fountain? 1 holy water for 30 stress is nice. God damn it. I'm 23 stress then, not 30. You know, she actually has fewer stress attacks than usual with being transformed. Alright, so let's kill this manservant first. Jester, I swear to God, if you... do damsel in distress. Just don't use the goddamn thirst. We're intentionally not damaging her in the hopes that she will not use the thirst. Because they don't like to use it when they're full HP.
Compassion is a rarity in the fevered pitch of battle.
Damn! These backhand shears given to my characters is like... it's giving me flashbacks, man. Yo mama slapped you PTSD.
Compassion is a rarity in the fevered pitch of battle.
Go for a stun on her since she's alone. She's probably gonna start going for the thirst. Okay. Our flagellant is wasting away. It's been a while since we've had a hunger check, come to think of it. Alright, so, I'm gonna wrap it up here, and stop the video so we can go into part 22 next, I think? See everybody later, and we'll continue through the rest of this dungeon with this same team onwards in the next part. See everybody.